Yes. Racing at Caulfield this afternoon, the first leg of the double is the Heath Function Centre Handicap over 2,000 metres. Ken Callender has an early market.
Thanks, Max. Yes, a race full of interest with Spring Hill led the top weight at 9-2. Pressman's Choice is a scratching. Bahi, the imported horse, is at 5-1. Brampton, I think he's got terrific chance. Last 5 runs, 3 wins, a second and a third, is at 8-1, 9-1 Sutton Bay, 7-2 Till Action, 9-1 Brighton Dolly. Lord Delmar is scratched, 9-1 Our Fun Son. Stirring was a late scratching, 30 Pompey Force. Anyone's Bet is scratched. Torgantic is scratched, 11-2, 5.5-1 Tor Lord, 33 True Target, 100-1 Rising Aurora.
Thank you, Ken. Now it's time to return to Birmingham, and the World Gym really did make the eyes water, just a little bit. Shortly, the field will be jumping in race 5 at Caulfield. Here is Ken Callender. Ken?
Thanks very much, Ken. Yes, we've just got time to go through the tote board again before they're off and running in the first leg of the daily double in Melbourne. Right, number 1, Spring Hill Lad, is a 7-2 chance, had very consistent form in Melbourne, and he was, before he came to Gosford last start actually, and was beaten up here on a wet track. He was 9-2 the first time through, so he's well in commission. Pressman's Choice is a scratching. The imported horse, Bar High, is at 5-1. He's been well supported. Brampton just a little easy at 11-1. Sutton Bay at 9-1. Till Action firmed a little at 7-2 and is equal favourite on the tote with Spring Hill Lad, paying about $4.50 on the Victorian tab at the moment. Brighton Dolly is at 8-1. Lord Delmar is scratched. Our Fun Son is at 10-1. David Taggart. Stirring was a late scratching in the race. Down to Pompey Force is a 30-1 chance. Anyone's Bet and Torgantic were both out. Torlord, Fabian Alessi, a 5-1 chance, in from 11-2. Well supported. True Target at 40-1, and the roughie of the field about 150 to 160-1. Rising Aurora. Okay, as you can see, they're just about half in there at Caulfield. The 2,000 metre start, they've got around almost a lap of the course, not quite, and it's a turning track at Caulfield, so barrier positions are an advantage. If you get trapped wide early, you're often wide all the way. If you're looking for the chances, Spring Hill Lad races in blue, cerise and lime check sash, and similar coloured armbands and cap, and Till Action races in pink with turquoise quarters, check sleeves and caps. So they're a little bit similar, but you'll pick them up from our caller, John Russell. The horse I've tipped, Brampton, races in blue with a gold band, the colours of Charlie Weymouth, who trains the horse. Okay, they're just about all in. Here's John Russell at Caulfield.
Lights on. They're ready. They're off. And Rising Aura, the first into stride from Sutton Bay, who began well with Brighton Dolly, and Till Action came out quickly. So did True Target on the outside, and beginning well around the outside is Our Fun Son. Settling into stride, and Brighton Dolly being headed for the lead here by True Target. Our Fun Son up on the outside, going fast. Just in behind them, Sutton Bay being followed by Spring Hill Ladders, racing 3 deeper. A length further back is Till Action. They're followed by Brampton, Rising Aura, Pompey Force and Torlord, and Bar High is last in a fairly compact field as they start the run up the hill with about 1,450 metres left to run now. And a True Target about a half length to Our Fun Son, a length and a half. Spring Hill Lad on the outside of Brighton Dolly. Close in behind them over on the inside is Till Action. Up in that leading group there is Sutton Bay. Brampton is next on the outside, a length and a half further back is Rising Aura, being followed by Bar High and Pompey Force, and last of all as they race up the hill is Tor Lord. Now one of the railway side they travel. Our Fun Son has taken up the running. The pace slowed down a bit. Up on the outside running second now Spring Hill Lad. They're followed closely by Sutton Bay and True Target, and Brampton out 3 deeper. A length and a half further back is Till Action. Pompey Forces commencing a move next. Brighton Dolly in the centre of those horses, and they're followed by Bar High and Torlord making ground around the outside. They're packing right up, and Rising Aura last of all. Just over 800 metres left to go, and Spring Hill Lad at the outside. Our Fun Son in the centre, and over on the inside there still is a True Target, being followed by Sutton Bay and Brampton. A length and a half Brighton Dolly. Till Action looking for a run behind them. Pompey Force followed by Bar High. The saddle slipped on Torlord at second last, and last of all Rising Aura up towards the home turn. Our Fun Son, Spring Hill Lad together. Sutton Bay getting at us, coming after these leaders. Till Action making ground, and over on the inside then came True Target, followed by Brampton. Brighton Dolly to the outsider. Bar High as they straighten up anybody's race. Spring Hill Lad the leader. Till Action angling for the run on the inside and finishing on well. Our Fun Son is still there, and down the outside is Sutton Bay. Our Fun Son being tackled by Till Action, who's getting up along the inside. Spring Hill Lad, and back behind them Sutton Bay and Bar High right over on the outside. 5 almost abreast. Bar High Bar High on the outside, and Telaction fighting it out. Here's a go to the line. They hit it in a bobbing finish, and it's very tight between Telaction and Bar High. Close up third, probably Brighton Dolly ahead of Our Fun Son, and back behind them is Sutton Bay, followed by Torlord. His riders in all sorts of bother. The saddle slipped very badly there on that one, and Spring Hill Lad is further back in the field, followed by Rising Aura and Pompeii Force, and last of all, True Target.
Wow, is that a close one? Let's pick them up on the replay. And the two horses to watch are Telaction over on the rails, Harry White, and whitest of all in the blue colours, Bar High, Rodney Griffiths. They get to the line. Bar High is going to win for sure, but Telaction kicks back on the inside, and as you'll see when they hit the line, oh, there's hardly anything in it. If I had to have a pick, I'd say possibly Bar High on the outside, but we'll flash the result down the line. Immediately we have it official. Back to you, Kenny.
Yeah, a nice tight one there, and we're just getting into full stride here on the show. More action coming your way on the other side of the break.
Function over 2,000 metres, 6, 3 and 9 the numbers. Talaquin $4.50 and $1.70, Bar High $2.30, Our Fun's Son $3.20. Big day of AFL today.
Yes, they're about to jump. I'll just have time to run through the totes quickly. From the top, 7 All Lone Star, 9 to 2 Belters Roll, 8 Demerit, Garter King's out, 5 Matinee Idol, our tip, 40 Straight No Ice, 20 The Fledgling, 4.5 Caladan, 11 Strong Suit, 16 Sea Mission, 5 to 1 Takeshi's been well backed, 50 Willie Tell, 80 Luddenham, 100 Villars, 200 Tanzam. We just got them in. They're about to jump. Here he is, the best caller in the business, Johnny Tapp.
Thanks, Ken. Well done, my boy. They're all set and ready for action. Starter coming over, about set now. They face squarely. Demerit, the inside runner. Baltusrol in barrier 2. The gates open, they're off and running. Demerit was a little bit slow to move from the inside stall, and Baltusrol bounced out in front. Quickly into stride is Strong Suit, and there's Tanzam quickly spearing around the outside to go to the front. Is taken on in turn by Willie Tell. Baltusrol is running third and wants to over-race in the early stages, followed by Strong Suit. Caladan is also pulling hard in the run to the first turn, followed by Villars. Further back, Straight No Ice between horses, a gap to All Lone Star, followed by Takeshi, and then Luddenham Demerit. Matinee Idol has given time to find his feet. He's back third last, second last Sea Mission, and the Fledgling from the outside gate went straight out the back. Into the back straight now, 1,300 metres out. Tanzam is the leader. Willie Tell is second. Baltusrol third, pulling hard, followed by Strong Suit. Caladan is travelling wide as they go down the back and is now improving his spot. Villars on the inside of Straight No Ice, a gap to Luddenham on the outside of All Lone Star, followed by Takeshi Demerit. Matinee Idol is travelling 3 wide at the 1,000 mark, followed by Sea Mission, and the Fledgling is last as they come to the top turn. 900 out, and Caladan made a quick move and whipped to the lead now by more than a length to Tanzam. All Lone Star a close third, and there goes Strong Suit taking off. Willie Tell is up there, followed by Baltusrol at the head of the other Straight No Ice, and then Takeshi, followed by Luddenham. All Lone Star actually back in the middle of the pack as they near the turn, followed by Villars, and then Sea Mission, followed by the Fledgling and Demerit, and Matinee Idol is last, and it's a packing field on the corner. Caladan goes for home, straightened up, well clear. Takeshi wide out, moving into second place, followed by Strong Suit, and then Baltusrol. Willie Tell is dropping out of it from All Lone Star, followed by Straight No Ice, and Matinee Idol is on the extreme outside as they come to the 200 mark, where Caladan is well clear. Strong Suit and Takeshi are trying to pick him up, and they're clear of Baltusrol. Caladan being tackled by Takeshi on the outside. Takeshi and Caladan, Strong Suit in the centre. Caladan is fighting back. Strong Suit is lunging, and Strong Suit did best. Oh, gee, it's close right on the line. There's nothing in it right on the line. Caladan or Strong Suit with Takeshi in third place, followed by Demerit, and then Sea Mission, the Fledgling, All Lone Star, Matinee Idol, and then Baltusrol, Willie Tell, Villars, Straight No Ice, followed by Luddenham, and Tanzam is last to finish.
What a thriller. Let's watch this again. OK, over on the inside, that's Caladan. Matt Pravado's the grey horse. A horse that looked like beating him 3 out was Takeshi, Darryl McClellan, but it fades. And the one in the middle, Strong Suit, the Kiwi, Larry Cassidy, dives at Caladan in the last few metres. There's Caladan in front. Now Strong Suit gets to him. Caladan refuses to give in, sticks his neck out, and they hit the line. Oh, by golly, I think the one on the outside just nailed him. I'd say Strong Suit from Caladan with Takeshi third, but that's not official, and we'll send the official result down the line. Max, 2 thrillers in a row.
Yes, I agree with you, Ken. I'd be calling for the photo too, and a reminder that today's turf coverage does include the running of the Queensland Guineas from Eagle Farm, so stick around.
That's for Rosehill Race 6, and 9, 8 and 11 were the numbers. Strong Suit just got the money, $11.60 and $3.40. Caladan $2 even, very nearly stole the race. Takeshi $2.20. And with all the good oil for our next race, the Queensland Guineas from Eagle Farm, is Ken with the early totes. Ken?
Yeah. Thanks very much, Ian. OK, from the top, 20 to 1 Surtee, 12 Play or Pay, 12 Navy Seal, 20 Irish Rort, 16 A Firm Star, 50 Palate, 50 to 1 Zipper Ripper, 16 Best Weapon, the favourite from Melbourne Golden Sword at 2 to 1, Hidden Saint at 9 to 1, 100 Zephyr Isle and Boom Boy, 100 again Hours After, Bright Copper is at 12 to 1, Cudado, I think is the correct pronunciation. It's at 11 to 1. It's a New Zealander who's won his last 3. We've tipped him. Slight Chance from Sydney is at 8 to 1. And a Hug 20 to 1. Sioux City Sue at 20 to 1. The 2 reserves, Full of Dreams and Dago Court, were not required. And we'll be back at 3:30 with a live broadcast of the Queensland Guineas.
Good on you, Ken. Thank you. OK, let's have a look at those AFL.
We'll line up for the rich Queensland Guineas. Here's Kenny Callender.
Thanks, Max. Some very good horses. A race for 3-year-olds, the Queensland Guineas. And we've got top horses from Sydney, Melbourne and New Zealand. Let's look at the latest prices. Number 1, Surtee. He's actually originally from Perth. He's at 20 to 1. Play or Pay, trained down at Berry on the New South Wales South Coast, is at 11 to 1. Well in commission here. Kevin Moses, Sydney's leading rider, is the jockey. 14 to 1 Navy Seal from Newcastle. Irish Rort is 20 to 1. A Firm Star at 20 to 1. Pallet at 50 to 1. Zipper Ripper at 60 to 1. Best Weapon, Jimmy Cassidy, 16 to 1. Golden Sword from Melbourne, all the rage. The Hot Pot, a clear-cut favourite at 7 to 4. Stephen King rides Golden Sword. You remember Steve won the Melbourne Cup 2 years ago on Let's Elope. Hidden Saint is at 8 to 1. Zephyr Isle at 100 to 1. Boom Boy 200. Hours After 100. Bright Copper 14. Cuado 12. Slight Chance 7. And a Hug 25. Sioux City Sue 33. They're about to go. There's the flashing light as we cross to Eagle Farm.
Near the inside, Hours After hesitated slightly. Hidden Saint, Zephyr Isle fast away. Play or Pay is ridden for speed, and so is Slight Chance, and Surtee is going through in the centre to be one of the co-leaders. Quadrado's getting up into a lovely handy position. Surtee in front. They settle down 1,300 metres out. Surtee leads by 2 lengths. Play or Pay running second. Quadrado is a neck away third, and Slight Chance sliding up into a beautiful trailing position. She's fourth on the outside of Zephyr Isle. Irish Rort, Bright Copper next, then Golden Sword midfield inside of A Firm Star. Best Weapon and a Hug next, followed by Zipper Ripper, Boom Boy. Hidden Saint drifting well back in the field with Irish Rort. Getting back to his Navy Seal. Pallets last of all. Hours After Sioux City Sue well back as they come down the side. 850 metres left to go. Surtee shows the way. He's 2 lengths in front. Play or Pay second on the outside. Quadrado a neck away third the rails, followed by Slight Chance, Zephyr Isle. Further back, Bright Copper in company there with A Firm Star. Irish Rort with them, then Golden Sword. A length to end. A Hug racing on the outside of Zipper Ripper, Boom Boy. Hidden Saint, Sioux City Sue's well back in the field. So too is Pallet as they race towards the home turn. Navy Seal about third last, and Hours After last of all. They head for home now. 450 metres left to go. Surtee clear. He's booted away from them. He's 2 lengths in front. On the outside, Quadrado's coming home strongly now. Slight Chance, Play or Play is still there. Irish Rort the extreme outside. Quadrado, the Kiwi, moved up to poke his nose in front. 200 metres out. Quadrado's just in front. Play or Pay is trying hard on the outside. Then Slight Chance, but it's Quadrado clear with 100 metres to go, and he's got them beaten. Quadrado's too good. Quadrado first, tight second and third. Play or Pay second. Slight Chance third. Golden Sword fourth. Followed in by Bright Copper. Irish Rort the next one home. Then Zipper Ripper and a Hug. Navy Seal, Surtee weakened the last little bit. Then Sioux City Sue, Zephyr Isle, Hidden Saint, Pallet. Boom Boy well back in the field. And the last 2 over the line. Hours After and A Firm Star.
Well, I do tip a winner occasionally, and God bless his little heart, or I should say his big heart. Cudado from New Zealand at double-figure odds, stormed away from David Peake. Play or Pay and Slight Chance charged after him in the straight. That's Pay or Play with the white cap, Slight Chance in the green. They had their chances. They weren't good enough. And Cudado, who's won his last 3 at Ellerslie in New Zealand, is obviously a horse of a lot of quality. Look at that. He's won by about 3.5 to 4 lengths, and he'll certainly win again. Kenny Sutcliffe, I think we're looking at a pretty good horse.
I don't have any doubts about that one. And we'll be hopping
for race 6, the Queensland Guineas. 15, 2 and 16 Cudado, 12.95 and 3.90. Play or Pay, 3.50, and Slight Chance, $2.70. Now, with all the latest odds for the next in Sydney, the Huntley Parramatta Handicap, here's Ken Callender. Ken.
Thanks, Bear. And our tip here, Little Red Dragon, is not at quite the odds that Cueto was. As a matter of fact, he's at very short odds of only 6-4, but he looks well. He's on the toe. Here's the prices. Dangerous Liaison is at 14-1. Little Red Dragon, and he races in the Dragon's colours, red and white of St George at 6-4. 9-2 Prince of Ipo, 25 Our Best Prince, 9-1 Crude Ace Road, 25 Secunda Saab, 12-1 Alarmed, 40 Our Courting Time, Tempest Command is at 5-1 and Grand Connection at 10-1.
OK, Ken, thank you. Now let's have a look at that.
A few little spots of rain starting to fall out here. We've had a heavy overcast day all day long, but the first few spots just appearing, according to Kenny, and we'll be going down to him in just a moment. The favourite is a horse called Little Red Dragon. He's a genuine sort of a customer, but I don't know if he's entitled to be at this short a quote, Ken, by the same token.
He's an easing favourite, John. He opened up at 6-4 on the tote. He's out to 2-1 now. Looks a treat. He's on the toe. If you'd like to fault him, perhaps he's just still a touch new for a horse running in a distant or a middle distance race. But he's going somewhere, Little Red Dragon, and a few of the others aren't. Number 1, Dangerous Liaison, has tightened up a little on the tote, is now into 8-1. Little Red Dragon, as I said, is out to 2s, 9-4 now, actually showing $3.30 for $1. Prince of Ipo into 370, been well backed, 11-4. 30-1 Our Best Prince, 12-1 Crude Ace Road. Number 6 Secunda Saab is at 25-1. Number 7 Alarmed at 14-1. Our Courting Time is at 50-1. Tempest Command, one of the 3-year-olds, is at 5-1. She's a smart filly, might just be bordering on 9-2 now. She's certainly been well backed. And Grand Connection, Larry Cassidy, another 3-year-old, is at 8-1. They're going into line. I don't think, no, they're actually behind the line. We see there Our Best Prince, Kenny Russell's mount, going in now in the pink sleeves. Our Best Prince is one of the roughies, but won't lack for anything in a jockey with Kay Russell aboard. Next to him in the red and white of St George is Little Red Dragon. And here's a former Dragon man, used to live in the area, Johnny Tapp.
That's so right, Ken. As a matter of fact, I used to go to the football more than the races back in the Dragons' golden era when they were putting together premiership after premiership. And I've certainly got fond memories of them, and I've still got a little bit of a liking for them too. Now, Ken Russell you were talking about, I doubt strongly that any jockey in Australia has been more widely travelled this week than has been Ken Russell. He was at Alice Springs on Monday. He rode at Canterbury on Wednesday. He was at Wagga yesterday. He's here today at Rose Hill. He's riding at Maruya on Monday on the south coast. He has logged more miles than Marco Polo. Now the flag's up and the runners are moving in, just waiting for Prince of Ipo to move up into line. Coming along Our Courting Time in the same colours that Slight Chance carried into 3rd place in the Queensland Guineas a short time back. And what a tremendous run by that mighty little filly from the wide barrier. Now here's one to come up. Grand Connection, I think, is the last one to move in. And we should have them on their way shortly. Grand Connection is trained by Gay Waterhouse. I think this has been Gay's only runner so far today. He's by Ken Mayer and ran a good 3rd at Randwick last time out over this distance behind What a Blaze. Yes, as far as I can see, he's the only one out. The others make a pretty good line. There's Kenny Russell again in the blue and pink. Ken resting his hand on the side of the stall, and he looks to be just easing his weight out of the saddle. And why not? Why stand there for a prolonged period of time with dead weight on the horse's back? By gee, it's getting dark outside now. A very ominous ceiling overhead, but no more than just an odd spot of rain. Now Grand Connection very reluctant to go in, and it takes an army of gatemen to bundle him into the stalls. He's there now, and they're about set and ready for dispatch in the Huntley Parramatta Handicap. They look good. Don't be surprised if Alarmed leads in the race. The gates open, they're off and running, and they'll be coming into view in a matter of moments, and here they come now. Alarmed goes straight to the lead over Our Best Prince and Secunda Saab. Grand Connection wants to rip and reef in the early part, and he's charging up on the outside towards the lead. Settling down midfield is Little Red Dragon, followed by Crude Ace Road. Out deep is Our Courting Time. Further back then came Dangerous Liaison, followed by Tempest Command and Prince of Ipo. 1,600 out as they go to the back, and the rider of Alarmed Alarm stacks them up, led by a bit more than a length to Grand Connection on the outside of Our Best Prince, a length away Secunda Saab, then Our Courting Time, followed by Little Red Dragon. At the head of the others, Crudace Road, followed by Tempest Command and Dangerous Liaison, and back at the tail, Prince of Ipoh. Into the back straight now, 1300 out, and Alarmed is the leader by 2 lengths on Grand Connection. 3/4 away on the inside is Our Best Prince, Secunda Saab in the centre. Our Courting Time 3 wide is being allowed to stride up quickly and will be in second spot in a moment. Further back, Crudace Road, followed by Tempest Command, Little Red Dragon, Dangerous Liaison and Prince of Ipoh. At the 1000 mark, Alarmed is the leader, quickening a little now by a length and a half to Our Courting Time. A length and a half to Grand Connection on the outside of Our Best Prince, and then Tempest Command, Secunda Saab. Further back is Little Red Dragon, who's strung up between horses now. Crudace Road on the outside. Dangerous Liaison being next to last, and a length away last is Prince of Ipoh, and they're tightly bunched. Now the filly Tempest Command has made a lightning move on the outside and rushes up to join Alarmed as they near the turn. Grand Connection's in third spot. Our Best Prince is running fourth. Our Courting Time is dropping out of it, followed by Secunda Saab, and then Crudace Road, and Little Red Dragon is awkwardly placed. As a matter of fact, he's last as they turn for home. Alarmed is in front, straightening up over Our Best Prince. Tempest Command is starting to struggle. So is Grand Connection. Secunda Saab running on fairly well, and Little Red Dragon is a long way off the lead. Dangerous Liaison is getting home well. Our Best Prince has drawn clear 100 out. Dangerous Liaison hung in badly and caused plenty of tightening, but Our Best Prince is clear close to home. Dangerous Liaison won't go straight, and Our Best Prince beat Dangerous Liaison. Third's close, Prince of Ipoh wide out, or Secunda Saab. Then Grand Connection, Alarmed, and Little Red Dragon never in the race, followed by Crudace Road. Our Courting Time and Tempest Command is weakened again to run last.
Well, Our Best Prince at big odds is going to pay over $37 on the total. Look at him streak away, and watch the grey in second place. Dangerous Liaison was all over the place for young Andrew Banks, and as John told you in the call, a couple of times he had to stop riding and straighten his mount, and that's Prince of Ipoh right down the outside in the purple and yellow, getting home to run third. Kenny Sutcliffe, one for the bookies.
Yeah, certainly, but boy, that Ken Russell is probably the most underrated jockey in town right now. He's really in good form. Well...
And from the sports desk, we check the New South Wales TAB dividends for Rosehill Race 7, the Huntley Parramatta Handicap, 4, 1 and 3, Our Best Prince, 37.20 and 7.30, thank you. Dangerous Liaison, $2.10, Prince of Ipoh, $1.60. Now, our next race is the Tabaret at Caulfield, over 1,100 metres. With the latest odds is Ken Callender. Ken.
Thanks, Ian. Down the board, Mr. Cube, our tip is at 8 to 1, 20 cent tip, 11 Grey Man, 6.5 to 1 Pug for Me, 4.5, 9 to 2 Lucky Dapper, 14 Send a Sign, 2.5, 5 to 2 the favourite Mallet, 14 to 1 My Saturn Star, 8 to 1 Bronze Legend, 2 scratchings, Peg's Gift and Sister Indian, Imperial Bounty at 40 to 1, Camula at 16, Rare Meteor at 50 to 1, and Sir Cape at 30 to 1. The race at 4.15.
Good on you, Ken. We've heard there is a protest in the previous event, 5th against 2nd.
Thanks, Max. Yes, only about 2 minutes to post time, and I hope number 1 salutes. His name's Mr. Cube. He loves 1,100 metres. He's won about 5 races over the journey. I hope this is number 6. Here he is. He's number 1. He's 8s into 7s, so there's a bit of money for him. Send Tip at 20 to 1. Grey Man is 12 to 1. Harry White. Pug for Me at 6 to 1. Lucky Dapper, Fabian Alessi at 5 to 1. Quite a big tip. Send a Sign at 14. Mallet, still the hot favourite at 5 to 2. 15 My Saturn Star. 9 Bronze Legend. Peg's Gift and Sister Indian are both scratched. 50-50 Imperial Bounty. Now Camula, in commission is into 15 to 1. That might get down to as low as 12 or even 10 to 1 yet. So don't expect too big a price there. It's been well backed on course. Rare Meteor at 80 to 1 and Sir Cape at 40 to 1. 1,100 metres the journey, and as you can see, they're all over there just starting to go into the barrier. They're milling behind the machine. About half the field are already in, and well, this is a real speed test. 1,100 metres. No rest for anyone. They go at it all the way, and I just hope that Mr. Cube can land the prize. Mr. Cube's colours, and he's drawn very deep, dark blue and white halves with a black cap. And if you're looking for the favourite, Malot, who's ridden by T. Nikolic, it is races in red with gold circles and armbands and a white cap. Now, Malot starts from barrier 13 and Mr. Cube from 14. So they're both very widely drawn. They're the 2 outside horses, or 2 of the 3 outside horses, along with all Peg's Gift as a scratch. So they're the 2 outside horses. They're about to go. Let's look for them, Mr. Cube and Mailot. And here's your caller, John Russell.
All standing well. Light. Set. Ready and racing. Malo, one of the first into stride towards the outside, and beginning very quickly also is Rare Meteor, and showing speed is Lucky Dapper, followed by Sender Sign, and back behind them over on the outside to Grey Man, and they were being followed by Pug for Me, and going up along the inside Imperial Bounty, My Satin Star, Bronze Legend, Mr. Cube, followed by Sir Cape and Sentepper as they race down the side towards the 600 metre mark. Lucky Dapper on the outside, Sender Sign a half length to Malo, a length Rare Meteor on the outside of Imperial Bounty, being followed by Pug for Me, Bronze Legend and Grey Man. My Satin Star back behind them, followed by Sir Cape, Mr. Cuba and Sentip, and last of all Kamula. Round the turn they travel, 450 to run, and over on the outside Lucky Dapper is the leader by a half length. Sender Sign close in behind them. At the head of the others came Malo, and they're followed by Pug for Me. They're homeward bound with about 250 to go, and Lucky Dapper is the leader. Down the outside is Malo, running on pretty well, and Pug for Me on the inside is getting a lovely run. Pug for Me is coming after Lucky Dapper. Malo can't go on. Pug for Me on the inside, finishing very strongly. Lucky Dapper fighting back on the outside. Pug for Me, Lady Dapper, they hit the line, and Lucky Dapper I think's just beaten Pug for Me. Third home is Malo. They're followed by Sender Sign, Mr. Cube and Grey Man, and back behind them Bronze Legend, and further back in the field is Sir Cape, being followed home by My Satin Star. Kamula made up ground, then Sentepper, Imperial Bounty, and last of all Rare Meteor.
Well, Lucky Dapper just refused to give in. The Tony Vassal trained galloper responded to Fabian Aleshi's riding, and along the inside there it looked like Pug for Me was going to grab him, but no. Lucky Dapper kicked back. He won the prize and beat Pug for Me, and third placing went to number 7, the favourite, Malo. Back to Maxie Walker.
Yeah, good on you, Kenny. Sit tight in the saddle.
B dividends for the Tabaret at Caulfield, 5, 4 and 7. The numbers, Lucky Dapper, 7.10 and 2.70. Pug for Me, $2.30. And Malay, $1.70. Checking their scores in the AFL, 5 games in progress. And Richmond doing